My son, it gives me a hard time. He says, you do not have to draw every piece of fur on your drawings. No wonder it takes you forever to do them.
Talk about taking forever. Some of Larry Battson's work at the Sugar Creek Art Center in Thorntown, Indiana, dates back to the mid-90s. Battson's first ever art show reflects his lifelong love of animals.
And I still say what inspired me to speak about animals was a ranger talk that we went to one night. And it was full, it was standing room only, and the ranger had slides of animals he'd photographed in the park. And you could hear a pin drop during his whole presentation. The only noise was a couple mountain lion cubs playing on the roof of the visitor center during the program.
So we asked Larry Battson to come and be our animal art, start the season off, and then we came up with the idea to have the Larry Battson, the animal guide drawing contest. And he had just been to the school with the kids, and so he announced that we were gonna have a drawing contest, and then we had, I didn't count them, but I would say at least 100, that participated.
But there's only one problem. I had to be the judge, and I always thought art was a hard thing to judge. It's in the eye of the beholder, and I thought every drawing was beautiful, so they didn't have enough ribbons.
Batson has made a career out of caring for wild animals and educating others, especially children, about those animals. His knack for public speaking, combined with his artistic talents, have led him to draw for crowds at public gatherings like fairs.
It helps bide the time, you can only eat so much cotton candy. You know what I'm saying? I like to look at something that God has given me as a talent, and people go, wow, look at that. I love to draw in front of people, and hopefully it inspires children. So it's an inspiration. I've been told I've inspired people to be veterinarians through our lectures, conservationists, naturalists, but I guess I've also inspired children to be artists.
Batson turns his talents away from realism to illustration as a means to provide for his menagerie. His wife Cheryl writes children's books, and Batson brings them to life. They created Baxter the Edugator to help care for rescued alligators. This work is a welcome challenge for Batson.
Doing a book is the hardest thing I've ever done, to stick with it and to do that many illustrations and do them over, because she was the editor as well. So I'd finish an illustration, I'd show it, she'd go, no. I drew 30 alligators in cartoon form before she said, okay, that's good.
The Batsons' next book will explore their family dynamic as mice.
I've been dealing with an issue where I limp around. And I also deal with an issue where I sneak in the middle of the night in the refrigerator and gather leftovers. Or my wife will look and she'll say, there's a spoon in those leftovers. A big mouse has been out. So they came up with Limpy, why is Limpy so grouchy? So that was the premise for the title for our book, so yeah. Yeah, my wife and my son are both making fun of me.
There's a saying, get a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Larry Battson has lived it through his art and his animals. He even offers up his own variation to live by.
Because I said, get a job you love, have it be your passion. Don't make your job work.
Joy Hernandez for Pet Pals TV.